Hello guys, I'm Futureal. I stream 5 days a week over on twitch.tv/Futureal. And in this video, it's time for another episode of Gamer Eats Peppers. In this episode is one of the spicier chilies that has become very popular over the last few years. It's time to taste the Red Habanero. As you can see behind me, we have over my shoulder here, we have a bunch of peppers growing, and we have the plant right here. It's a pretty nice looking plant actually, and you can see we have a couple of peppers here, and this is the one that we are going to taste. So there we have it. It's a pretty large Red Habanero this. So this is gonna be pretty interesting to see how this goes. Let's put the plant back here. All right. I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but I think that's gonna be fine. It's a pretty big pepper, you know. According to my hand, it's pretty sizable. So let's do it. We have a glass of water here, like this. So you always want to wash your pepper before you eat it. All right. Oh, the flavor. Oh, the smell is wonderful. You wash it because, you know, house dust and those kinds of things. Bottoms up, guys. Very, very nice flavor. Wow. And yikes, the spicy. Oh. Whew. That's spicy. Holy hell. Really, really nice flavor. The habanero is quite upfront. The spice comes pretty fast. Oh yeah, I'm tearing up like crazy, guys. Don't worry about that. That's not the first time. Oh, it's a bit hard to think right now. The flavor is very, very typical habanero. It's my lips don't really have not really that much burn on the lips, but the tongue and at the back of the throat is burning really badly right now. Nothing on the roof of my mouth either. It's just the back of the tongue and the throat. Oh, holy hell. That's spicy. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna need 95 fire rests for this one, guys. Holy hell. Maybe some fire protection potions too. Whew. Oh, I just need to let this dissipate. Oh, this is probably the spiciest I have tasted. This one is spicier than the previous one by a lot. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Questions? Questions? Are we prepared for questions, guys? Stop laughing, you say this. Not that I was dying over here. Oh, okay. The heat, it's traveling backwards right now. So less and less heat at the front of my tongue. And it is starting to dissipate backwards in my mouth. Flavor, I would say This is a very good one. I do like the flavor of habanero. I would say this is a 7. 7 out of 10 for flavor. It's a very, very pleasant flavor. No heat in the stomach yet. I'm quite used to peppers, but I can. I'm probably gonna feel like this warm sensation in my belly in a few minutes, and I'm snotting like crazy. Oh. Ooh. Still really, really spicy. But we managed. We're past the peak now. It's slowly dissipating. So this is for spice for me. I'm saying this is probably an 8 for me. It's about a 300,000, I think. 300,000 Scoville. So it's quite spicy. I probably wouldn't recommend this for someone who is completely new to chilies. I want to go for something a bit milder. But it's a very, very good flavor. It's basically gonna go with anything. I mean, I'm obviously gonna use this in Asian cooking. This pepper is originally from Mexico, South America, Central America, and been popularized in the U.S., in the south of the U.S. as well. Very, very nice pepper. Very fruity. I think it's gonna fit enormously well with something like with fried noodles, fried rice, with pho, with ramen. It's gonna be just absolutely delicious. So yeah, it's actually dissipating quite well right now. I don't really feel like my face is on fire. It's quite okay. The flavor is really nice. I do like it a lot. If you guys in the chat here have any questions, bring them up, and I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Oh. How different is the flavor? Personally, the flavor isn't that different. What I tend to find if I buy peppers is that they have lost their spring. It's like the fruit has become much softer. It doesn't have this like really hard and crunchy sort of like meat as they get when you harvest them fresh from your own tree. I think that's the biggest difference. I wouldn't recommend any food or drink, none. What I find if I do that is that it actually burns me more. The only thing that I have found that really helps if you have eaten something that you probably shouldn't have eaten because it's too spicy is ice cream, because it cools down your mouth. Milk is decent, but the problem with milk is that you have it in your mouth for 2 seconds and it's warm, and then it doesn't really do anything. It does linder the pain a little bit, but ice cream is by far the best because it cools down. It's like it's ice. It numbs your tongue and it numbs your palate. It's very, very good, and I don't think I would ever recommend anything to eat except ice cream. Ice cubes is okay, but that's water again, and water isn't great because it doesn't wash away the capsaicin oil, because it's oil, right? So it's oil that burns, or it gives you that burning sensation. Yeah, exactly. It spreads it. So I don't really like recommending any liquid at all. Yeah, the oil is solvent in fat. Yes, it is, exactly. But that's why you shouldn't drink milk. You should not... No, Jesus Christ, I'm saying the wrong thing. My brain doesn't work. You shouldn't drink water. Water makes it worse. If you want to drink anything, you can use milk, but the absolute best is ice cream. By far. You get the same effect as the milk, but it's cold as well, and the cold really like cools down your mouth. So it works a lot better than milk. Yeah, it's a lot fattier as well than regular milk. But if you don't have anything else, milk is fine. But outside of that, I wouldn't touch anything. It's just gonna make it worse. If you can, in some cases, eat like dried rice or dried bread. If you have dry rice with nothing on it, bananas is terrible. Don't eat bananas. That's omega yikes. Milk ice cubes. I think that would taste kind of yikes as well. But you can eat like dry bread. Yogurt is decent. I would say yogurt is better than milk. And I'm almost completely over it now. But yeah, as I was saying, almost the worst thing you can do if you have eaten something very spicy is drink water. Don't drink water. If you don't have anything else, drink milk. If you do have yogurt, you can eat yogurt. But the best thing is ice cream. Ice cream is by far the best relief. And if you don't have any liquids at all, but you have dry bread, like if you eat bread, the bread will kind of like scrape the oil with it, and you will like put it down in your stomach easier. And also like rice. If you have a bowl of rice with nothing else in it, just rice, that's also going to help like almost like wash out the capsaicin oil from your tongue. It will like absorb into the bread or into the rice. So it's probably the better one. But I'm not really a favorite of that. I try to stay away from it unless I'm absolutely dying, which I wasn't today. The kick is really hard with the habanero. The habanero is going to hit you in the face. It hits really, really hard. But it dissipates also pretty hard. There's a lot of people that can't really deal with the habanero because of how hard it hits. It goes like up to 12, but then like 30 seconds later you're down to 7. So it's quite rough the first time you taste it. This is the first time I've had a fruit, by the way. I just want to say that. I've never had this as a fruit before. I only had it in food. So this is my first ever habanero bush, and this is the first ever pepper that has ripened on said bush that I have tasted. So it's fully authentic. Oh yeah, by all means, don't drink alcohol. Ooh, if you're eating a spicy food, don't drink alcohol. That is not good. That opens up your pores, and it makes it just worse. It makes it terrible. So you don't want to do that. But do you have any more questions, guys? If you don't have any more questions, I think that we will just be rounding this one up. Yeah, all the plants behind me are peppers, Skedrick. We have some more on the table here because I had to get out the habanero plant. It was like in the back there. Habanero tequila. I mean, it's been that's gonna be rough, Welsh. It's gonna be rough. Alcohol with spicy peppers do make it a lot worse. These trees are about 8 months. No, they're about, I would say, 4 to 8 months. They're at different stages. Oh yeah, of course, I'm a big fan of Chili Klaus champs. Absolutely a big fan of him. Both him and hot ones, Sean Evans. You can smoke them. There is a video of a guy that smokes Carolina Reapers on YouTube. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It kind of fucked him up a little bit. But yeah, you can absolutely do that. It's if you already have some plants, Kedrick, if you already have a plant light, they will work really well. They only need light, basically. Pepper plants don't really require very much. Basically, if you have soil and you have light, you can grow peppers. They don't require a lot of water. They don't require a lot of fertilizer. They will pretty much take care of themselves as long as you don't drown them. The most important thing you have to do with peppers is not give them too much water. Peppers like to have their roots dry before you water them again. So when you water them, everything gets wet, obviously, and then they consume all this water. But before you water them again, the pepper plants like that their roots become dry. That's when they're thriving, and you can fertilize them once every week, once every 2 weeks, something like this. You don't need a lot at all. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and blow my nose. I'm snotting like crazy here. Yeah, you should check it out, Kedrick. It's actually really fun. Do I consume a lot of hot sauce? I mean, courtesy of one of my viewers, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's almost empty. 5, 6, 7. And we have 8 different hot sauces right now in our little cupboard here. So yeah, I do eat a lot of hot sauce. And these are hot sauces all the way from maybe like, 1,000 Scoville. Basically a hot sauce that is only for flavor. There's not really a lot of spiciness to them at all. There is actually a YouTube video of me critiquing all these sauces that I brought out now. It's Gamer Eats Peppers episode number 3. I can put a link to that episode in the description under here, so that you can check it out if you want to. I did like a hot ones style episode a couple of months back. So if you wanna see the critique of those sauces that I made or that I tasted them, you can check that out. No, I don't have any marijuana plants. All these plants are pepper plants. I have some basil in the kitchen, and I used to have mint, but we ended up not using it very much. And then when we went on vacation, the plant kind of died. I think I overwatered it and it died. But I'm not going to regrow that one, mint. We didn't use too much. So I'm going to probably just grow some extra basil plants. I'm a huge fan of garlic. I use garlic in almost everything. But I think that was most of what we had to talk about. I think the questions kind of dissipated here. So thank you guys for watching. This was the Red Habanero. Very good flavor. And the kick is very strong. This is a 12 out of 10 for the first 30 seconds, but it dissipates pretty quickly. Wonderful flavor, and I definitely recommend you checking out the Habanero if you are a spice enthusiast. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next Gamer Eats Peppers, take care, and I will see you then.